All right, so just a quick little video on, walkthrough on all the parts that I have up for sale. Bear with me, I only have one hand because I don't have like a head mount for a GoPro or anything, or for my phone camera in this case, but I'll try going through them in, as best as possible. So let me start off with the Eibach lowering springs. So this is the Eibach Pro Kit lowering springs. So I'm gonna run through those right there. That dropped it about an inch all around for obviously the 2017 BMW N2. It does get a little bit stiffer, obviously, with some lowering springs, and it does work with the OEM shocks. But those are the Eibach lowering springs. Close this out. I mean, right there you can see they're in good condition. And I'm not sure about the exact mileage right now off the top of my head, but I did already post that in the link based off when I bought it, when it was installed, and the mileage on the car now. Comes in its original box right here, and it also actually has instructions for installation if you aren't unsure on how to actually install that. Moving over to carbon fiber bits, let's start off with the rear trunk spoiler. Excuse the mess in my house. All right, so this is the rear trunk spoiler. It is a carbon fiber, actual carbon fiber and everything like that. I will note that right here, as you can see, there's a small smudge and it might be some sun fade right there. But the carbon fiber spoiler is priced accordingly. So please don't try to lowball me on that, because I already priced it accordingly. So, yep. Moving down, actually, before we go to the carbon fiber, this is the hot ticket item right here. Obviously, winter's coming up for you San Francisco folks, or West Coast. It doesn't really matter too much for you, but it actually does matter, because I rock these in the summer, and they were perfect because when it rains or when your feet are dirty or something like that, you can go with these. So obviously, this is the driver's side right there. There's a little bit more wear there. I did give them a quick cleaning, not a deep scrub or anything like that. So you can probably get these a little bit blacker, but at the end of the day, they're in pretty good condition. Actually, really good condition for being used every day. Passenger side seat, a little bit of wear right up there, but not too much. And then the rear kind of bench and everything like that, the rear seats, the rear floor mats. So those are obviously kind of pretty new, because nobody ever actually sat back there, at least when I had the car. So again, price is out, so don't go lower. All right, so right here we have the diffuser. So the diffuser is carbon fiber as well, actual carbon fiber. Obviously, if you do know anything about carbon fiber, you'll know that with some heat, in the actual exhaust tailpipe, some of the carbon fiber might start not deforming or wearing off, but you might start seeing some smudges or something like that. So you can see some light smudging here a little bit. It's not too bad. And nobody's actually gonna even be looking right there, because the carbon fiber goes like this. The diffuser's like this. So if it's over here, you're not really gonna see it. So that's what it is. It's pretty good condition. Obviously, I'll give it a clean before. It's already clean, but I'll give it another quick wipe before I do ship it out, and I will ship it out with a lot of good packaging. So a little dirty right here, obviously, because the underbody of the car is dirty. So, but nobody's gonna be seeing that. So. Another hot ticket item right here. And no, I'm not going lower on these prices right here. 4 spacers. If you find better deals on the forum, then go ahead. I'm not going to go lower on these though. These are all both hub-centric spacers. These are from Turner Motorsport, so they're not some knockoff spacers. They are 10 millimeter and 12.5 millimeter, I believe. So let me double check that real quick. Yep, 10 and 12.5. Right there. And then they will come with, obviously when you buy the spacers, and if you don't know this, you do have to get extended lugs right here. So they will come with the extended lugs or extended bolts or whatever you want to call them. So they will come with these. So you will be all set instead of having to buy everything separately and having to pay shipping at Turner. This will come with shipping too. You'll have to cover shipping here as well, but it'll be significantly discounted compared to buying it somewhere else and buying it brand new. So these were on the car Again, those will be listed, like the actual mileage will be listed in the car, but it's very little mileage compared to a lot of these, a lot of the spacers that are secondhand or third-hand spacers that you're seeing somewhere else. So, and I bought these brand new, so I was the original owner of these. Come back over to the these mirror caps. These are sort of like M4 style, kind of like the mirror caps right here. They look like carbon fiber. These are not real carbon fiber, and they are priced accordingly because they are not real carbon fiber. But I'll have you take a look at them right here. Look at them. They look like carbon fiber. It looks really close, and I mean, this is real carbon fiber. Going back over to this. This is the, might as well take care of this right here, but this is the antenna cover. This is real carbon fiber, but look at this. And these are not like right next to each other. So this is obviously on the mirror cap. This is all the way up on the hood or on the roof or on the, on the roof or the hood or whatever, not the hood, but the roof. And obviously, but these look really good. So I bought them. I decided I'm not gonna pay $300 for real carbon fiber mirror caps. If they don't really have a purpose, and these look really close. So I would advise you to do the same and, pick these up because they look really good. So, all right, so we took care of the spacers, took care of the springs, the carbon fiber bits over here. We took care of all of this right here. Next thing to note is the intercooler. Let me show you the Wagner Evo 2 competition intercooler. The picture will have a lot more detail, but this is the competition intercooler, the Evo 2 competition intercooler. So this is the most expensive one you can actually buy on Wagner or like anywhere you actually buy it. This is actually retail new at $900. That's not including shipping. Some places might give you free shipping and stuff like that, but this is $900. It does have, this is the front facing part of it, the front of the actual intercooler. It's probably like 97% in great condition. You're gonna have these tiny little nicks here, right here, one here, some, this is gonna happen when you put on any intercooler. So this is gonna happen when you actually get any secondhand intercooler. It's because this car does sit low, the M2 does sit low. So you do have, some little tiny rocks or, pebbles that kind of come up and actually make its way through and just hit it and kind of nick it a little bit. But the intercooler is working, is in perfect condition. It is in black, so you'll be able to see that. Another thing that I'd like to note, when I installed it, it does rub against the bottom of so this is kind of like a drop-in intercooler. It's pretty, I wouldn't say it's the easiest to do it on your own, to kind of install it on your own. I did install it on my own, but I would recommend having a second person there. But if you do install this, you don't have to do any welding, you don't have to do any cutting of your brace or anything like that. But you will, the bottom part will sit on the plastic piece of your, one of the plastic pieces of the bottom of the actual car. So let me show you exactly what's happening here. So it rubbed off the paint a little bit there and just kind of, did that to the paint. So this is only a paint thing. This is actually not, going into the actual aluminum or whatever whatever material it's actually made of. But it's just a paint thing. So obviously you'll see, not obviously, but let me show you something real quick here. Let me see if you can see it from here. There's another, some paint chipping here. This is actually when I was installing it. This is just, again, whoops. This is just cosmetic. This is just the paint. This is not, or the finish coating. This is not the actual metal or anything like that. So if I go over to the back, pretty good. I'm trying to look at it all weird here. It's pretty good on the back. Obviously it's a little bit dirty here. I'll try to clean it as much as possible, but there is some dust that you kind of get into wherever you kind of take your car, and some dust is going to kind of get in here either way. But for everything that this intercooler does, it's amazing. It's an amazing intercooler. You don't have to worry about the heat or anything like that anymore. It's definitely let the car breathe a little bit better, in my opinion, or from what I felt. If you do plan on tuning your car, this is probably the best way to tune, because once you put this in. And once you take out your stock intercooler, you'll notice that your stock intercooler is tiny. This is a big intercooler compared to your stock. So a tune might be required to kind of really give it its full potential and really kind of eliminate any of the kind of lag that you might see. I saw a little bit of lag, not turbo lag, but a little bit of maybe a loss in power from the car. But if you plan on tuning it, it's going to be fine. If you don't plan on tuning it, it's going to be fine either way. So this is a definite recommendation of mine. Not that you're looking for my recommendation, but this is an amazing product here from Wagner Tuning. Again, this is from Wagner. This is not from any kind of knockoff, company or any kind of that, none of that cheap stuff. So this is Wagner Tuning, and this is, again, their Evo 2 competition. The next thing is going to be another hot ticket item is the FabSpeed Sport Cat downpipe. So this is the catted downpipe. It is, it didn't, and they do advertise it doesn't, there's no check engine lights that kind of come up. No check engine lights that ever came up in my car. So that's probably going to be the case with your car. If it's not the case with your car, then obviously I'm not responsible for that. I will show you, however, and it's probably best in the pictures. I'll show you better in the pictures, but the cats, you can't see it there. Oh, maybe right there. The cats are in perfect condition. So, yeah, it's in perfect condition, so there's no damage there or anything like that. You're definitely not going to see here, but there's, oh, actually, you might. They're in good condition. Nothing's ripped, nothing's kind of scratched or anything like that. And obviously, it's kind of cool that these, obviously with the heat of the downpipe, the color is going to change a little bit, and so it already changed that color, and it's actually a pretty cool effect when we were taking it off. It is a FabSpeed, so the tag is right there. It's by FabSpeed, so it's not a knockoff. I'm not trying to rip anybody off. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. So there's the downpipe. This is another hot ticket item. It weighs a little bit, but obviously this is not going to be free shipping. Please do not ask for free shipping unless you obviously offer more than what I'm asking. So yeah. There you go. So this is the downpipe. Pretty cool stuff. Just a couple more things here to show before we're done, or a few more things. This right here is from AFE Power. I bought it from AFE Power, and let me see if I can find the actual tag right here. It is the Magnum. Oops. It is the Magnum Pro 5R air filter, and it does make a. I just got this for reliability. Obviously, I wanted the car to breathe a little bit better without spending $1,500 or $600 on an inventory intake or anything like that. I'm not really too convinced on actual air, intakes or intake upgrades right now at the moment. But this did a really good job. Like, you can definitely feel your car pushing a little bit more because there is a lot more. It's a significant difference in. It's a significant difference in the kind of like the airflow right there, and it is oiled. So I took it out. It's not pre-oiled by me, but again, I only had it for maybe like, I don't know. It's going to be on the post for maybe 3,500 miles. So I think it should still be good to go for at least another 4,000 miles before you have to clean it and re-oil it and everything like that. So this right here I got from Keys Motorsports. It is the blue start-stop engine button. It is not the polar blue that you get from I&D, but it still looks pretty good in the car. You don't really notice that it's not polar blue. I mean, you don't really notice that it's not polar blue. You know that it's not polar blue, but it still looks good in the car. And obviously, if you want to pay, what, 30, 40 bucks for a polar blue one from I&D, be my guest. I'm not going to be paying $40 for this plastic little thing. It's the same thing, it's just different colors. So there that is, or there's that. Obviously, it looks a little. The last thing that I have here, or another hot ticket item, are going to be the FTP charge pipe and boost pipes. So I installed the charge pipe on my own. The boost pipe, I had my mechanic install it. It's a little bit hard to kind of reach up into the boost pipe area, but there's a coating. There's kind of like this matte coating on the FTP charge pipe and boost pipe. So you can see, like, when I was actually trying to install it, it does, I mean, there's a bunch of like metallic parts when you're trying to, fit this into wherever you're actually fitting it into to actually connect it or to install it. And so there is some like paint marks or anything like that, but obviously you don't see this and it's nothing structural, nothing nothing going on with the actual pipe itself. It's just like some of the paint that kind of, you know, rubbed off, you know, when we accidentally rubbed against some, well, when we inevitably rubbed against some of the metal parts, you know, in the engine in the engine bay of the car. This is another part of the charge pipe right here. It does come with the clamps and the whatever that seal is right there. It does come with the C clamps, the necessary C clamps there. So you can see this one has the necessary C clamp there as well. Don't have to worry about switching the ones from your current charge pipe. And this right here is the boost pipe. The boost pipe, obviously, we had a little bit, it's harder to reach in those areas. So obviously we do have some paint blemishes, but again, you're not gonna be able to see this. So necessary C clamps here, or C clips here, C clamps, what, C clips, I don't know. And then you have your silicone hose or whatever, and you got your clamps right here. These were never tightened up too tight because we don't want to obviously damage this. So right now they're a little bit snug, but they're not tight right here, just to make sure they don't fall off during shipping. And here we go. There we go from there. Here we go from here. Yep. And then here. Obviously, I'll give this a cleaning. I think we were cleaning it out a little bit, or you know, something like that. But give this a cleaning on the inside before we ship it out. But it's not going to be like spick and span. I'll clean it as best as I can. How about that? And then the last thing that we have, and I'm not actually going to take this out. I'm actually going to ask you to look at the pictures because I don't want my dirty hands right now to kind of touch the Alcantara. Well, there's two more things. Both of them are already in their boxes. But right here, you will have the, this is going to be the box that is shipped out, or that's going to be containing the M Performance V2 steering wheel. The Alcantara is in great condition. I actually even repainted, give me 1 second. So I always took care of the Alcantara with this Sonax. Clean it pretty often, maybe like twice a week, once to twice a week right here. Very good stuff. You might want to get some of this. And then I did repaint the strip with some of this light blue acrylic leather paint. It is amazing. And so, you know, the leather blue strip looks nice and fresh because of this paint. So yeah, recommend that. So in that box, there's the M Performance V2 steering wheel. And then in the box in the garage, I can't show it to you right now, but in the box in the garage, I got the carpet delete. It's already packed up. I never actually opened it myself. I did get it from somebody else on the forum, so I never actually opened it myself because I am deciding to sell the car. So why open it when it's already in there? But there's the carpet delete. And that, from the pictures that I saw, it's in very good condition. So yeah, just, you know, walk you through everything, walk you through carbon fiber parts, through the air filter, front mounted intercooler, spacers and lugs over there. You know, the mirror caps right here, the blue button, the charge pipe, boost pipe over there, the down pipe over there. We've got the M Performance V2 steering wheel, and then obviously my garage is going to be the carpet bit. So if you do have any questions, feel free to message me on, or send me a private message on the forum, or reply back to the post. And yeah, well, happy shopping, and hopefully hopefully you guys can get some of this stuff for yourself, because this is these are good parts. So all right, thank you, peace.